APEC was an opportunity that found me almost 20 years ago now. I was living my best life in the construction business, and a spiritual leader that I did a lot of missionary work with thought it would be a good idea for me to come over and look at this piece of property. And the piece of property was APEC. Well, it actually at the time was Cuddle Corner, a daycare center, and the daycare owner was trying to sell the business and having difficulty selling it. This is about 2.5 acres of land in a very high demand area. So my original idea was to knock the building down and build a small subdivision, and the children just infected me. It's a very small program. The children infected me and kind of guided me to maintain the daycare center and turn it into a learning center, and that's how APEC was started originally. It was a very big change. In fact, my husband thought I was having a nervous breakdown, and he owned a chain of salons and barbershops at the time, and he was actually telling one of his clients that he thought I was having a nervous breakdown and how all of a sudden wanted to be in the daycare business, and he didn't understand why. And his client he was talking to, wife, is a daycare consultant. So I ended up hiring her as a consultant because I have no background in childcare. My children didn't even attend childcare centers. So I knew nothing about the daycare business, and she gave me a lot of the background and bones of what I needed to know to take over. We also liquidated about 65% of my family's construction business, and that wasn't enough money. So then we liquidated all of my husband's barbershops and salons and put all of the revenue into this endeavor. So it really was a gamble, but it was just something I felt so strongly pulled to do. And everything I needed was provided for me. The bank pulled my loan on the closing day. Even though I had multi-million-dollar lines of credit, they pulled my loan because I had no experience in the childcare business. The previous owner carried the mortgage for me. It took almost 10 months for me to get my own financing. So just all the doors were open. Again, like I said, I got the consultant from the barbershop, and then the teachers all appeared. And most importantly, when I took over the business, we had 11 kids in the building. And 1 year later, we had 150 children. The impact that you get from the children. I mean, that's what makes this opportunity so unique, because the children confirm any doubt that you had immediately in the response that you get from them. You've got the smiles, the hugs, and the progress that you see them making from when you start working with them until you end working with them is just amazing. And they're so pure-hearted. They give it to you straight. Even when it's not good, they just deliver it with such grace. So I definitely felt validated almost immediately, even though it was a struggle for quite a few years. But I never faltered in that there was value in what we were doing. We wanted to bring something quality to an environment where there wasn't a lot of quality before.